Hey,
Good day,
folks.
senors.
Hashtag do a good lucha thing. This is Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland. That
He's the Dubinator.
And you guys, by the way, may notice if you watch any of my videos that I'm going to upload later this week and next week that I had hair. I pre-recorded them, obviously. I have no hair anymore.
Oh shit, you did get a haircut.
I did. I got them all cut. Too.
How did I just notice that?
Yes.
Even though you pointed it out earlier and I probably wasn't paying attention
My bald head. Anyway, this is a SmackDown Live Charlotte review. Where the Hornets still have not made the playoffs and done anything.
But they did at least make it to SmackDown.
They did. Dwight Howard is a soft-ass bitch. Anyway, he is. He can't play. He pissed it away on the Lakers. He deserves all the hate he gets. Making my Lakers bad. Anyway, Shane had dad jokes for the whole roster.
Yeah.
That was great. Actually, I don't think they were dad jokes, but that's probably why everybody was bored of him.
Yay, the show's begun. We can leave.
Becky sounded fine. Corbin, stop doing promos. For the love of God, stop doing promos. Corbin, you can't talk.
You're gonna call me daddy.
Can we admit that Daniel Bryan is the advocate for Styles? Of course, Daniel Bryan, may he wrestle again soon?
Yes.
Perhaps.
May he wrestle in peace.
Styles and Daniel Bryan. The shots at Lesnar. Daniel Bryan saying he lost to a half-assed knee bar in the UFC fight. He quit WWE. We can check in live with how many fucks Daniel Bryan gives. It's still at 0. It's at 0. They can't. The
world's most lovable lumberjack.
Yes.
Don't fuck with them.
You can't. And guess what? If his brain heals up enough, he can leave. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. That was a fun opening segment. It went on a little long.
Yeah.
But still. Jinder confronted AJ Styles backstage, and Styles just ignored him. That's why SmackDown's better, because Jinder is not any kind of focal point anymore. I mean, really, honestly. Yeah. Sin Cara versus Baron Corbin. It was fine, but this was like the one championship match where we're like, there's no way they're switching.
And then they were like, no way.
Yes. First, it's great that Sin Cara is okay.
Yeah.
That injury, that picture of that possible injury, ouch. Sid Vicious takes his hat off to you. Ouch. Man. So, Baron Corbin won, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a decent match. Mm-hmm. At least Corbin wrestles better than he cuts promos.
That is true.
That's not saying much.
Ugh.
To be fair, okay, would you rather have Jinder as WWE champion or Corbin?
Can I choose none of the above?
I tell you why I'd rather have Corbin. At least with Corbin, it'd be somebody fresh that somebody could possibly get behind over time.
Nothing says sex appeal like a receding hairline.
Yes. LeBron James understands that.
Sorry, Ashley. I'm not sorry.
No, we're not sorry. Ashley's sorry. I mean, it's cool that you like Corbin, but seriously, he's going to look like a bald daddy pretty soon. Yeah, God, calling him daddy.
He ought to just shave his fucking head and get it over with.
He really should. They had those still decent match. Brian was backstage with Shane.
Yes.
Talking about we need to have a talk afterwards. We need to have a talk, Shane.
You don't love me anymore.
Never return my calls.
I got beat up. You weren't there.
I think Brian's turning on Shane pretty soon. Wait, phrasing. I probably should have phrased that differently.
Well, Shane is turning on Brian.
Oh, Bree's going to be disappointed. Anyway, moving on. 1 hour in, and we're at the second match.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right.
Natty versus Charlotte for the women's title.
It was the go-home show for sure. Apparently, most of the crowd went home, too.
Yes. Well, they had to get home to get the Hornets playoff tickets that don't exist. This was a good match. This, as you expect. These two always deliver really good performances. Wasn't quite up to their roadblock, not end of the line one, at in March of last year.
End of the line.
Yes. It was great. Yes. Even if it wasn't roadblock, thank God they got rid of that. We had 2 roadblocks in 2016. They both weren't that great. Chode block. This was good. I mean, unfortunately, we knew what was going to happen. And look, I mean, I had a feeling when they made this and I found out where SmackDown was going to be that Charlotte was going to win. But look, we don't need... Charlotte doesn't... She's going to break her dad's championship record by the time she's like 35 at this rate. And it might not even take that long. It was a good match, though. But Natty losing, I feel bad. Natty is not going to be part of Team SmackDown. They have an open spot, meaning Paige is probably going to be it. Again, not to predictions, but still. It was a good... I'm disappointed, though. I knew it was coming.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yes. I'm sad that Natty lost. Please give her still a good program after this, please. Natty deserves it. Then, what do you think of it?
I mean, it makes more sense in terms of putting on a big show for a big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's just, it is unfortunate. But, alas, Charlotte's a great wrestler. They'll put on a fantastic show. Carmella will cash in, take both belts home.
TNA Creative, you are happy to know that Charlotte was tested during this match. Bludgeon Brothers vignette.
Again.
They exist. I'm thinking of the Hammer Bros, the Hammer Bro boss.
But you see, they said to be for the Fashion Police, but that was not the Bludgeon Bros. Nay, that was Bob Backlund.
You know what? I'd be okay with Bob Backlund being behind. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because Darren's no longer with him, so it can't be Bob Backlund. I stumbled into that joke, didn't I?
That was a bit more forced than some of your relationships.
There's nothing that can be more forced in my relationships. Don't wring out the rag before you try to wash it. Anyway,
okay, let's move on.
Was it Jay or Jimmy Uso that had the match? I didn't pay attention. I don't care.
One of the above.
He faced Gable. It was I mean, the Gable Shelton Benjamin theme is crap. They need, if you're only going to have one match on the Survivor Series pre-show, have a Cruiserweight elimination match, have another random elimination match of Raw and SmackDown.
Because if you want people to tune into the Cruiserweights, you got to take them off of the pre-show and put them on the main show.
Right.
Because the Cruiserweights are just as spectacular as the main roster.
They are.
If not sometimes more so.
Well, they're better than Jinder, then again.
And you know I'm getting serious when I put on accents.
Yes. Whichever Uso that was beat Gable. Cool, whatever. Zayn and Owens, great. The Sammy Sammy show. Sammy's going to turn on Owens, and it's going to be flip-flop. It's going to be Owens as the babyface. That's what's going to happen. I'm for it. New Day versus Zayn and Owens. It was okay, but of course then you had a massive brawl. Shield comes down. Mm-hmm. Reigns trying to look intimidating. That's adorable.
Raw. Put SmackDown. Hashtag under siege. Because when you put hashtag in front of something, it immediately takes all the viability out of a threat.
Yes.
Hashtag I'm gonna murder your face. No one would take that seriously.
Tom Phillips would.
Tom Phillips is usually the one issuing those.
This is true. But I agree with what you're saying. But then you had Asuka and Becky tangle up. I was fine. No, I was not. Was not fine. Not at all. That was nice. I've imagined them tangling up in a backstage area before. Do you want to know more about that? Probably.
Would you like to know more?
Starship Troopers was awesome. It was a massive brawl at the end.
200 years in the future and
still dropping calls. God damn it, riff tracks. But it was a massive brawl. Angle slam Shane. Mm-hmm. Somebody, New Patriot 77, shout out to you, said it's possible Shane may not make it to Survivor Series. We could see Daniel Bryan make a return. Aha, predictions. We will get to those. B- for SmackDown.
Yes.
B-.
Yes.
Because it was better than Raw. This wasn't quite as messy. The two championship matches...
It wasn't that impressive, but it wasn't bad.
The ending...
Or average.
Right. The ending did sell it, and the women's match was pretty good. Yeah. And Sin Cara and Corbin was better than I expected. So there were a couple filler matches, but And Daniel Bryan...
It was a go-home show.
Yeah. But compared to Raw, I thought it was a lot better. Slightly. Yeah. Then we go to 205 Live. It's Kalisto's birthday, where he is going to hashtag do a good lucha thing.
What the fuck's up with the giant cake? I know it's supposed to be a prop for the match, but...
Yeah, there was a cake backstage and at the ring.
That's a big waste of cake.
It is.
I mean, if you weren't going to sacrifice it for the match, why not take it out front and say, "Hey guys, who wants free cake?"
They are in North Carolina, so it would make sense.
Hey,
It looks like a lot of them had cake.
Southern people, food go hand in hand. Much like normal people and food. But Southern people do food right.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Is there a euphemism in there that I'm missing?
No, just Southern food is awesome.
Okay. Southern mind comfort cooking. Anyway,
You've had my cornbread.
I have.
Southern recipe.
You are a very good cook. So you can tell when a guy has a really good breakfast when he grits his teeth together. Moving on. I'm gonna let you interpret what I meant by that.
Don't you dare gripe on shrimp and grits.
New Orleans dish.
Southern dish.
Oh, just Southern dish.
in general.
Oh, okay.
Shrimp and grits. Great stuff. Made correctly.
Made directly.
Not from a box.
Man in the box. Enzo is trash butt. Him and Gulak were funny. Swan and Alexander versus Gallagher and Kendrick. Tornado tag. Good.
Yes.
Fun pace. Cedric in his home town. Great stuff.
Yeah.
And good match.
Cedric puts on a fantastic show every time. Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick,
Good
Rick
team.
Swan, great wrestlers. I mean, cruiserweights are just so undervalued
They really are, and it
by the crowd.
yeah, there were a lot of people who left. I think a lot of people left after Alexander had wrestled, though.
Yeah.
Because the seats weren't that empty at the
Of course, then
opening.
they missed Mustafa Ali.
Fabulous he.
Ali Ababa.
But it was a good tag match, though, before that. And then Ali and Daivari, another good match. So, really, pretty good wrestling.
Yeah.
Really good wrestling there. Then Kalisto and Gulak. Of course, Gulak and Enzo or whatever. How you doing? It's like, how are you doing? God damn it, Gulak.
They are a great odd couple pairing.
If you don't want to keep the title on Enzo long, please don't. Have Enzo manage. Because that's the best way to use him. Because he can draw heat. Obviously, because I've been pissed at him
And
for a
with the
couple months.
inevitable feud between Drew Gulak and Enzo Amore, it's just going to be hilarious. My name is Enzo Amore. How you doing? I'm doing good, thank you.
It would be.
Stop!
And the no chance thing will work out even better. Kalisto and Gulak had a decent match. Kalisto won, of course. And then, hashtag Cake Enzo. Took a face full of cake.
Is that what you going with?
Was it bad?
Enzo and literal frosted tips?
To be fair, it's the second biggest load of frosting I've seen in somebody's face on camera. Do you want to know about the first?
Is it actual frosting?
Yes? No, it wasn't.
I guess it was just the icing on the cake.
Yes. We're baking up these puns here. This was a B edition of 205 Live.
Yeah.
The whole stuff with the cake is pretty ridiculous. I mean,
It was.
but they made it work. It started off really, really good, and of course Ali and Daivari had a pretty good match. Kalisto versus Gulak was decent. At least they gave it more time than they did on Raw.
Yeah.
So, B for that. And do you guys agree? Do you disagree with what we said? Do you think that I should write better notes? I do need better writing skills. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
You think I need better notes? Fuck these notes.
They're a little
My
flat.
H's look like Z's.
A little B flat. Anyway, and my S's look like 5s. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link, thumbnail from this guy in the description. This is Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland that.
Here's the Dominator.
Be back with Survivor Series predictions in a minute.
Yeah.